Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Noodle Journey where I'll be revisiting Nissin's Raoh product line by looking at their Miso flavor. You may have seen my previous review of Nissin Raoh Artificial Tonkotsu, and if you haven't, please check that out for more info on the product line and my thoughts on Raoh as a whole. But the gist of it was that the Raoh premium noodles were great, but I felt that the approximation of tonkatsu they used to make the broth was overly yeast flavored and just left a really unpleasant taste in my mouth. Based on the few dislikes I've gotten on that video, I'm going to guess that I'm in the minority there, which is fine. We all taste things differently. And I already know I'm overly sensitive to certain tastes, which is why I do my best to describe what I'm eating. What I said at the time was that I felt a better broth would go a long way to complementing these noodles, and so let's see if this is a better broth. For the record, after a string of disappointments, my current favorite miso noodle product is Maruchan's Gold Spicy Miso, which was actually my inspiration for revisiting the Nissin Raoh product line if you watched that episode and the follow-up. But since this Nissin Raoh is a little cheaper than the Maruchan Gold, it's certainly worth reviewing and comparing. This is anywhere from $2 to $3 depending on where you get it, and is available in most grocery stores and on Amazon and other Asian food websites. Very easy to find despite the premium branding. So let's look at the packaging. I'm not terribly surprised by this because miso paste is salty, but the sodium level here is 100% of your daily allowance, 2,290 milligrams. Plan accordingly. Inside is a round block of those Raoh noodles that I enjoyed last time, and a liquid soup packet containing, of course, miso. The package doesn't say which, but I'm going to guess from the color it's red miso or aka miso. This also contains MSG and some spices like garlic, ginger, and tuna, which I assume means bonito, just like Maruchan's Gold soup contained. So it sounds good, but vegetarians should steer clear of this. Let's get this cooked. While the noodles are cooking, you're supposed to empty the soup packet into your serving bowl. So the hot water goes into the bowl first. Then we stir this up, then add the noodles back in, and then one final stir now that everything's together in the bowl. All right, this does have a very strong soy smell. It smells very good. Let's give these noodles a taste. First off, these are the same great noodles as the other Raoh product I reviewed, the Tonkotsu, which I had already graded a 7 out of 10. They are nice and chewy, with a good thickness, a little bit flat, very pleasing texture. I am regretting my 7 out of 10 grade from way back when. These are actually a 9 out of 10. I think the flavor of the tonkatsu was so disappointing that it might have made me a little grumpy when I was grading these noodles. And also I was being a little conservative in my review scores way back in the beginning of the channel, which that was a single-digit episode. So yeah, I think a 9 out of 10 actually feels right for these noodles. Sorry, Nissin, I was overly harsh on you that day. Now this is not a spicy miso flavor, totally regular. So there's no need to worry about any hidden chili powder in this. So 0 out of 10 on spice. Let's talk about the actual flavor of this. It is very soybean forward, very salty. If I didn't know any better, I might mistake this for the actual soy sauce soup. It kind of has that same sort of vibe as a soy sauce based broth. Miso is of course derived from soybeans as well. This is not totally surprising. It's got a very comforting flavor. It's nice and rich. You can probably see the oil floating on top of the broth here. It's got a good kick of garlic, a little bit of ginger, And even though I know there was tuna, bonito, in the ingredients, it doesn't really come through very much in this. So it's giving a nice umami, but it's not giving any kind of fishy aftertaste. I really enjoy this. I really wish that, just like Maruchan, Nissin could have spared some kind of dry garnish for this. I really wish there were some green onions in here. I mean, what is this, the Middle Ages? I have to add my own green onions afterwards, like a piece of shit? Come on. But regardless, the flavor of this is extremely comforting. It's a nice salt bomb with some other flavors underneath, and it's kind of what you want on a cold, rainy day. Outstanding flavor. If it weren't for the missing green onions or some kind of garnish, this would be a perfect 10. So just like its Maruchan Gold counterpart, I'm going to give this a 9.5 out of 10. So yes, just shy of a perfect score, but absolutely worth buying. Let's take this review a step further and talk about how this compares to Maruchan Gold Spicy Miso Flavor. Obviously, the spicy miso flavor is spicy, has a little chili powder in it. Apart from that, they have similar taste profiles. They're both pretty easy to find in American supermarkets and anywhere from a few cents to $1 apart in price. So which one do I prefer / recommend given the option? I'll just say I don't think you can go wrong with either one. I think Nissin totally redeemed themselves in my eyes after the Tonkotsu incident. As far as the way the flavors differentiate themselves, they both use the same red miso paste, I think. They both have notes of garlic and ginger in them. And apart from the spiciness, the only difference between this and the Maruchan Gold is that the gold flavor has a much stronger bonito aftertaste. So a little bit of that fishy tuna umami comes through in that broth that doesn't come through in this broth. If I had to choose between the two, putting spice aside, I actually think this is the better product. It's closer to what I want out of a miso soup than Maruchan Gold is. It's not to say Maruchan Gold is a slouch. I think their noodles might be a hair better than these noodles, but I think on a rainy day, like the one I'm recording on right now, this is a little more satisfying for me. Really good stuff. Okay, now that this review is done, I am going to queue up the Nissin Raoh soy sauce variety for the next video and see how that tastes and how it compares to Maruchan's Gold soy sauce variety. So please tune in for that next video. In the meantime, if you're craving some delicious miso soup and can easily find this pack to buy, I urge you to do so because I think you'll be pleased. If you have strong opinions on Nissin Raoh and want to share them, please leave a comment. If you have a favorite miso soup that I haven't reviewed yet, please share that as well. And as always, please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next step of our noodle journey.